stuff. Upravo to čeka vas večeras u petom kupeu na 8. fan konferenciji, ali isto tako i ovdje na 102.5 u idućih satak i pol. Sa mnom u studiju organizator fan konferencije Tomislav Bader. Bog Tomislav.
Dobar dan svima, s vama je Sol Bader.
Ej, i također poseban gost all the way from UK, začetnik digitalnog kanala, zajednice pokreta pod imenom We Love 45, koja se temelji na ljubavi, entuzijazmu, naravno prema glazbi, ali specifično prema vinilnoj singlici, takozvanoj 45-ici. Criztoz, a.k.a. 45 Day. Welcome to Yammat, welcome to Zagreb, welcome to Croatia.
Thank you very much. It's great to be here. Thank you for inviting us onto your show.
Of course. Let's dig in. We have maybe like 20 minutes. Can you tell us firstly a little bit about what We Love 45 is? How did it all started?
Of course. I have to go back a little bit because I started 45 Day, which is a worldwide celebration of 7-inch vinyl in COVID. And it started with mixes. We then moved on to Twitch live streaming, interviews about mental health. And then when COVID finished and we could go out again, I started events, and that is the We Love 45 events. So bringing together DJs from around the world, different cities, different communities, and traveling around to different countries. First of all, I started in the UK. Then last year we did it in Panama City. And then we moved to Hamburg in Germany. And this year we've already done London, Amsterdam, and now Zagreb. So
nice.
Bringing all people together who love 7-inch vinyl, who love 45s, to meet, to network, to perhaps trade 45s, and generally just have a good time.
And what is twitching? Can you explain a bit the community?
Twitch started primarily as a gaming community, and people would play games and people would watch them, and I didn't really understand it. But when COVID came, the DJs needed to find somewhere to express themselves and to play because all the clubs and bars were shut. We tried Facebook, shut us down for copyright, as did Instagram, and then we moved on to Twitch. And the benefit of Twitch, it's like live radio, but also it's very interactive. So there is a chat room, people are chatting, and people in the chat can say, hey, Criztoz, how are you doing? And I can respond immediately. You know, I don't have to send a message or something later. And from that, those people who are watching become friends. Some of them then go on to DJ together. And it's just community. It's really good community.
And what is it about the... Why 45 singles? What is it about that format that drew you?
It's something that I used to play a long time ago and then moved to digital. And then probably in about 2016, my friend said, let's play some 45s at a set. And I said, okay, fine. And we had so much fun. And it reminded me of how good the format is. It's been around 76 years now. And it's just a fun format, only 2 tracks usually.
It's not like limiting or something.
No, it doesn't limit you, because when you pack your bag, that is what you've got. And sometimes when you're a creative or an artist, it's better to have limitations, because it's what can I create from this format?
Yeah, that's true.
And then you dig a bit further and you're like, well, okay, Jamaican 45s, they've been around forever. Then you've got the funk 45s, and you've got the punk 45s, metal 45s, hip hop is now a big thing. So all these different genres have their scenes, but also they found themselves with this format, which is a lot of fun. And a lot of us are old DJs. We used to crate around 12-inch records, LPs to gigs and things like that. We're all getting older. We don't want to carry so much. It's so heavy. You can bring a little box of 45s and that is enough for a set. But it's a lot of fun. And you can cooperate. You can go back to back with people. It's, fun. I keep saying fun, but it's a lot of fun.
And what about you? Šta ti, Tomislav, kad si se ti zakačio za...
Ja zapravo nisam toliko vezan uz format. Mislim, volim vinil kao primarni, ali općenito svejedno mi je 12 inch ili 12 ili 7 inch, realno mi je svejedno. Ali opet nekako kako najviše volim fan glazbu, ona je bila specifična za baš taj format, za 45-ice. Jer nisu svi mogli snimiti cijeli album, pa su pucali singlice. Tako da ima hrpetina odlične glazbe, pogotovo soul fan glazbe koja je na 45-icama. Uz to kažu da je to zapravo nekako najčvršći oblik vinila. Da je zapravo izdržljiviji od LP-eva. Tako da, ovisi za šta koristiš. Kad puštamo vani, 45-ice su super, ali ako si doma ne želiš se dizati svakih 2,5 minute da bi promijenila ploču ili stranu. Tako da sve ima svoje pluseve i minuse.
Criztoz, this morning I took a look on this little interview with you where you said some people do like dry January in sense of they gave up the alcohol. I do like dry vinyl month because they need to stop myself from buying a new record. Do you know how many records do you have?
I think I probably have somewhere in the region of about 4,500 45s, which I've collected some when I used to DJ before, but a lot more since COVID. And during COVID, it was buy. You'd see a record that... But then I got to the stage where I was like, I've forgotten what I have.
Yeah.
So by doing this 1 month where I don't buy any records, I have to dig in my own crates and I discover records that I forgot.
Smart move.
Yeah, and cheaper as well.
Yeah. Kak ti s kolekcijom svojom?
Pa ja sam srećom našao novi skupi sport, ronjenje, tako da sam smanjio kupovinu ploča, ali da, moram svakih par mjeseci moram malo popuniti policu. Ljepše izgleda.
Okay, I want to touch on two things before we go on a short music break, and then we're gonna get into the event. You said you on your platform you talk about mental health a lot. Where does the inspiration to go to do that move comes from?
So I used to watch a show called Dusty Donuts, Wednesdays on Wax, which was a Twitch show. And I was like, okay, this is interesting. I'd like to do some interview shows. And my friend Double P sent me a message from his son, who is now about 12 or 13, but at the time was like 9. He said, thank you to me and Fatwax45, one of our other hosts, for helping my dad through his depression. It's really helped. And I was like, wow, that's important. So I spoke to Paul, Double P, and I said, would you like to talk about it and talk about mental health? He said, yeah, sure. He got another friend called John Musto, and we did the first show, part of my journey. And he talked about the difficulties he had. He'd had a marriage breakup. He'd had family bereavements, and this had really hit him. He'd got to the stage where he had contemplated suicide. So I was like, this is important to talk about, because especially as men of a slightly older age, we're not used to talking about our emotions or talking about what we're going through. And that show was a success. We had lots of people tuning in, and then I got more and more guests, and we've talked about everything, from drug and alcohol abuse, from grief, from suicide, from things, and people opening up and helping the community to hear about these things and helping them.
I can imagine even being much easier to open up to somebody that doesn't know you, and in the space that it's that's really nice. And what about the kids, 45 Kids project? 45
Kids, yes, that's headed by my daughter ZZ45, who's now 11. She
DJs.
Yeah, she DJs. Not a lot, but she does. And she saw us streaming, and she said, "Oh, it'd be good to get some kids involved." And I was like, "Okay, well, look, let's organize a stream." So I reached out to some of the other DJs, and I said, "You've got a child. Does they DJ?" And they're like, "Yeah." So we started doing these live streams on Twitch where the kids would DJ. Tiny bit of help from the parents, but mainly the kids. And we raised money for a UK music therapy charity called Jesse's Fund, which helps other children who cannot communicate perhaps normally with speaking, so they communicate with music. So we're teaching the kids that, one, it's fun to stream and be part of a community, but also you can give back and help other people less fortunate than yourselves. And yeah, we've done Christmas shows, we've done the Halloween special is always a fun one. Yeah. They love playing Ghostbusters, all of them.
I just wanted to ask, do they pick their own?
Yeah.
They select what they like.
Yeah. And they've all got, like my daughter's got a little box, and they've all got their own little things. Mostly records from their parents, but sometimes they go out and buy things, or I'll buy a record for her. Like she likes Billie Eilish, for example. I wouldn't buy a 45, but she plays, that, or, anything like that. But yeah, it's been a fantastic project, and now they're starting to do events in real life. So we've got a couple of little festivals that they do, and it's great to see the kids playing back to back, but also connecting like we as adults connect through music and through a shared love of community and passion for music and being part of it.
Yeah, amazing. You know what? We have 8 minutes till the news. Let's not do the music break. Let's get into the event. So, what did you prepare? Wait, let's start with you. What do we have on the menu today? So first, ću mene na engleskom pričam. Znači, imamo prvo film.
Tako je, znači ove godine 8. Funk konferencija sastoji se od 2 projekcije filma Funk You. Film je zapravo idealno povezan s ovim što radimo, jer u njemu Franko Dujmić traži singlicu kroz područje bivše Jugoslavije i zapravo dosta dobro prikazuje ljubav prema vinilu, općenito kolekcionarstvo. na neki zabavan način. Film je zapravo spoj nekog hibridnog dokumentarnog filma, tako da je jako zapravo zabavan, traje 80 minuta. Krećemo s 2 projekcije, nakon druge projekcije idemo kratko van na pola sata, tamo će se moći kupiti Jugoton Funk Volume 2 koji je upravo izašao, Jugoton Bossa Nova. I u 11 počinje party, krećemo sa smeđim šećerom, nakon toga idu Tetkine radosti, naši Slovenci koji su najbolji kad je u pitanju Jugofunk. I u 2 nastavljamo sa standardnim programom funk delegacije, što je zapravo masivni back to back do 5 ujutro.
Bome. Šta si rekao, koliko vas ima sve skupa?
Nas je 15, svako svira po 15 minuta. Što je zapravo gore nego kad sviraš...
Kaj se stigne u 15 minuta?
Pa ništa, mislim srećem i ako puštaš singlice onda stigneš 5, ako pustiš neki duži 12 inch, dovoljno su 2.
Super. Ja i ti smo se čuli nešto ranije, pa sam ti ja otvoreno rekla ne znam previše o ovoj sceni, što mi je užasno žao zato što volim hip-hop, volim disco, volim house.
Ti si idealna publika za
onda kao, kak ne znam nešto što je zapravo na neki način se možemo funku zahvaliti.
Čekaj, nikad nisi bila na funk konferenciji?
Ne.
A mislim da bi trebala večeras.
Joj, di večeras, znaš kak sam umorna.
to svi kažu tako.
Ali ajde, vidit ćemo. Ali sam te htjela pitat kakva je, baš zato što ne znam, kakva je scena ovdje kod nas, jel se uključuju mlađi jel ima događanja, jel ima funk partija?
A nažalost ne više toliko ko prije. Prije smo svirali sigurno jedanput, 2 put mjesečno, išli po vani po Hrvatskoj. Sad je nekako sve utihnulo, pogotovo recimo što se tiče jugofunka. Prije 5-10 godina to su bili razni programi, Tetkine radosti su bile stalno u gradu. Smeđi šećer je vodio Jugođus, bilo je baš dobro. Mislim da nakon korone da smo izgubili momentum, svi općenito, ne samo mi, i velika stvar je što, upravo što si pitala, nismo odgojili mlade generacije da nastave to što mi radimo. I to je, mislim, bila velika greška, tako da zapravo među nas 15 najmlađi je DJ Maruška iz Osijeka koji je zapravo u 20-ima, svi ostali kasnim 30-ima i dalje od toga. I dalje imamo entuzijazma i dalje ćemo se jako dobro veseliti večeras, tako da pozivam još jednom sve da se pridruže ili na projekciji filma u 9, ostalo je još nešto sitno karata, usudio bi se reći 20-ak. Tako da odite odmah na entry, osigurajte svoju, dok će za večernji dio programa, to je party koji počinje u 11, ima karata, to će vjerojatno biti na ulazu. I
tu će biti isto tako i, ne znam, i diska i...
Tako je, da, mi zapravo spavamo i soul, i funk, i disco, i nešto repa, što god je, ajmo reći funky, ali da, definitivno baza nam je funk.
Ok, zadnje pitanje i idemo na stvar, pa nam idu vijesti. Što je za vas funk? What is funk for you? Is it only music or...
Apsolutno, prije svega je glazba, ali možda i neki pristup života. Meni je svugdje uvijek ugodno i zabavno, ali to je zbog mene, ne zbog ostalih faktora. Ajmo to reći tako.
What about you, Criztoz?
It's one of those genres. I play a lot of different genres, but I think funk is one that's definitely up there for me. It's just, we can take it right back to the 70s and we're still playing music from then. But there's also lots of amazing new funk artists coming out now. And it's just an incredible genre, but it's one that I think is accessible to a lot of people. Hip-hop, some people might not like. Reggae, some people might like. But I think funk is a genre that the general population will appreciate and hopefully will enjoy and get up and dance. So that's why it's important to me.
Funk je 7 do 77. Funk je bio zapravo baza svega. Sve što zapravo spominješ, sve ove glazbe koje su danas aktualne, koriste samplove, tako je, i ritam od funk stvari.
Ok, znači ide nam stvar, pa vijesti i onda nam se u studiju pridružuje ko sve?
Dolazi nam Udo Brenner, sjajan diger iz Slovenije, skupa sa Smeđim šećerom koji je tamo sletio iz Finske, tako da ovo što je Criztoz na početku rekao da spajamo ljude van granica će se apsolutno dogoditi ovdje za 20 minuta.
I znači... Evo i Tomo nam je tu veli, ja isto. I znači svirate sat vremena back to back do vijesti.
Tako je, da, i Tomo Ricov nam je tu.
Eto je ekipica, tako da svakako ostanite u 102.5 jer warm-up za večerašnju funk konferenciju kreće sada. Ništa, idemo mi na jednu Josipu Lisac i Ležaj od suza, vijesti i onda rokamo. Ekipica, hvala vam. Thank you.
Hvala tebi, Ivan.
Thank you very much.